are muted. You can talk now.
Yay! We are live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Guess what?
What?
It's Friday, bitches!
Yay!
Woo! Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Hello.
Hope everybody's well. Hope you've all had a good 2 weeks, because it's 2 weeks since we've seen you.
Yeah.
I know, crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
I know. It was just one of those weeks last week, wasn't it? We just didn't all come together for us, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it was disasters all round, wasn't it? If it could go wrong, it did.
I know. But we're here. We're here.
Yes, we are
I
here.
hope everybody is well. I hope everybody in chat has had a good couple of weeks. Hope everybody is happy. It is the weekend.
Yay.
So how are you doing, my girl? How's life been for you?
Busy.
Pretty quiet.
It's always busy.
Hey, Mo.
Oh.
You've been working a hell of a lot of hours, haven't you, babe?
Hello. Yes.
Oh.
A wild Chris appeared.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Wild Chris.
Hey, man.
Bye.
Hi, it might help if I had some glasses on, and then I'll be able to read chat.
Yes, that is usually always a very good idea.
Yeah, it might help if I could fucking see at them as well.
Well, while you're doing that, I think we will go through and say a few hellos to some people. What do you think?
I think you should go for it. That's a great idea.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okie dokie. Well, we've got quite a few in so far. I can see we've got Clark's is in, Dandemere's in, the gorgeous Liz, of course. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, gorgeous.
Rog is in as ever. Hiya, Rog.
Mo's in too.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, definitely Mo is here. Chris Doyle is in. Jackie, hello, babes. How are you? And Sarah, thank you very much for the subscription. Very, very much appreciated. We've got
Yes,
UK
Sarah.
Andy. Our gorgeous sponsor, the wonderful Chris, has just subscribed again, so thank you very much for that, my darling.
10th month in a row.
Yeah, epic that. 10 months. Jesus, we've been here 10 months. What the fuck?
Been over 10 months?
What the fuck? Bloody hell. But anyway, yeah. Sainty's in, I definitely saw that. He was the first one to, interact and chat and everything. So hello, Sainty, and get to absolute fuck with your baby shark. So, yeah, thanks for that, Obi.
We have beautiful ladies in with us. We've got our Jules Mama Vapes. We have our Munchkin Queen. Hello, welcome in, my darling. We've got Jackie Staffy. Quite a few lists. Well done. Mo, we've got our gorgeous Mo, who's also an honorary bitch. We'll let you be a
Of
bitch
course,
tonight, Mo.
yes.
Obi's in as well. Hello.
Yes. Keep an eye on that one, guys and girls, because I don't know if you are aware or not, but Oslo invaded the Savs channel last weekend. Yeah, we are going to be bringing the Savs boys on here very soon, so
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah. We let them off easy last weekend, didn't we? But
we did. I thought it was very tame, I have to say.
Yeah, but they're coming to our show next time, so gloves are off, baby.
I know, that'll be good. Although I've got to say, I had great fun on the show with the boys. It was a really good show. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. Thank you for having us on.
Yeah,
Awesome.
epic show. It was such a giggle.
We're just waiting on the boys coming back with a date for us, and then they'll be on with us.
And Vapin' Irish, hiya darling. Vapin' Irish wants to see Mike in a wig, please.
So do I, actually.
Yeah, we could stipulate that.
I just can't imagine Mike with hair.
I think it's a requirement. I think they should all have to wear wigs.
Yeah, and bunny bras.
Oh, yes. Now that I would pay to see. That I would pay to see.
Michaela, I know, right, Chris? I'll have a word, but I know what the answer will be, so no. I know, very true. But yeah, no, it was great. It was good being on the show with you, so.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, looking forward to returning
epic
the favour and having you boys on here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I know, so. Right, if you've eaten anything different, if you get anything new, or we just skip past that bit?
Nah, just
the usual. I'm back on my FP.
Yeah, pods, and more pods for me. I'm just neck salting it today, so.
I've been primarily pods all week, to be fair.
Hi, big hairy boys, girls in chat. Who's the big hairy boys?
Eh?
Mo, we don't do buffets. You know we don't do buffets. That's why I told fucking Nick to shut up. Do this.
It's like, that's too heavy and too big to carry to work. That will just fit in my pocket. So I'm on pods, happening all week.
You know, that's ideal for you though. You've enjoyed that since you got it, haven't you?
Yeah, apart from this is the second one I've broken now.
What's that?
How the fuck have you managed to break them?
So there's like a really flimsy bit of plastic. It's going to be really, really hard to see. That's just below the charging port.
Right.
That's what holds it into the actual watch. That thin bit of plastic there.
Yeah.
And it just constantly snaps off. So now neither of them will clip into the watch properly.
Ah,
It's like the tiniest, thinnest bit of plastic.
that's
It
not.
clips and it just pings off. Annoying. There.
Liz? No.
You got her, Liz. You got her. Ragnarok just makes her giggle. No, so you think that it would make it a wee bit sturdier than that then, if that's going to obviously be a flaw in it?
It's honestly, the plastic is that holds it in is so thin, and it just, after taking it in and out of the watch all the time, it snaps off really easy.
JP, I was the same, darling, but Sloan Ranger, who comes in, she found us a link, and Suzanne and I managed to get a bundle of FP glasses. We've got about 6 here, I've got a few here for Stevie and Jules, which I still need to remember and give them. So go on to the Bitches group, and I'll put the link in for you later on about where to get the FP glasses, if you're looking for them. So
I'm really
happy.
fortunate. I still have the original glass with mine. I haven't broke mine yet.
I haven't broke any, he's broke 4.
Well, I still haven't had mine, so...
And I've got to say, you know, it was Ronnie who originally sent me this Ronster. And I love it, do you know, that way. And see, when I'm in the mood, I'm just being a lazy vapor. I was back on my drippers this week, but I was just getting that way. I couldn't be bothered with the constant dripping. So I got this rebuilt, and I like it. It works for me, do you know, that way. I know that there's bigger and better and newer and nothing out there, but it works for me.
Do you ever notice that, but you keep going back to your old faithfuls?
Yeah.
Because I do it all the time. I keep, you know, when I feel like I'm wanting to use a dripper, I keep going back to my gun.
Although I'm going to tell you about this juice, courtesy of Empire. Zeus juice. It was one of the ones I got at the meet.
Ah.
Bolt Zeus, and it's Sula, so it's like a vintage cola.
Hi, Des. Thank you for the bits, my darling.
Ooh,
Hi,
thank you, Des.
Thank you, honey. Just constant dry hitting is more like, yeah, shh, keep a secret. So this Sula is really nice. I'm not a lover of colada or menthol things, but I think it would actually be nicer with having a touch of colada in it.
That's unusual to hear you say.
It is, but I do think with it being like
You never think of
just the coolness. I think
maybe next time you get it, Gail, get one of the ice Nick shots and put in it instead of the standard one. Get one of the ice ones.
Yeah, maybe I thought, but I'm quite enjoying this actually. So yeah.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy. So I hope everybody's good. Has anybody in chat got anything new this week that they want to show off about? Hey Manic, welcome in, darling.
Hi, Manic.
So yeah.
Nothing new here.
No, nothing new with me either.
We're still waiting on our M25s. There was a whole mix up. So yeah, that was the 17th of August they were ordered, and we're still waiting. One of them's here, Bunny's is here, but there was a big mix up with M&I's because we wanted black. Anyway, cut a long story short, they've been shipped. We should have them for next Friday.
Fingers crossed. Maybe, possibly, probably not. Yeah. I'm not here next Friday.
Right, okay. But as soon as I get them, I'm just going to box them up and post them to you. There's no point waiting now for the expo. I'll just get them packaged and sent out to you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on it because Village let me try his at the vape meet.
His was the original fatality, the 28 mil.
Aye, but if that's anything to go by, I know I'm going to enjoy that, so I'm looking forward to it because from what I hear so far, the M25 is better than the original. Thank you, Sid.
Chris, shut up.
Nunchaku toolkit, lost vapor iron plus. Is that what he's using?
No, that's what he's got in new this
That's
week.
his new stuff. I have to say, the Asmodeus tribute, I really don't like the look of it. It looks like a wee, like if you look at the front of it, it looks like a wee stoned face.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen it, to be fair. I didn't even know Chris had it. He's hiding things from me, that's why.
Chris,
I
I think you
understand.
bring all those things up to M right now so that we can look at them.
And how many of them are purple? Because I
hope all
know,
of them.
I know he's been sort of cracking up a little bit because he keeps getting purple things fucking sent to him and then
I
they
know
keep
the-
disappearing.
Yeah, I know the Orion Plus is purple. It's
Yep.
pretty, actually. Oh, apparently there's a nunchaku kit for me, so yay.
In other words, there's a purple one.
Basically, yeah.
I have to admit, those new nunchaku kits look really nice, I have to say.
They do. I know that Jay Story raves
Yeah,
about
Jay,
them.
yeah, he swears by them, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
They do. So, yes.
Really sad. Fucker.
And Bruce singing the other words.
No, it's the wee crazy dance he's doing beside me here. It's like...
I know. I know. So yes. So tonight, guys, we have our beautiful science tits.
We do?
She's going to be doing some talks tonight.
Yes.
But will we cover a wee bit of news and a wee bit of new releases and things before then? Do you want to talk about some new releases?
I
I've
shall
been putting quite a lot in the group this last week or so.
maybe be prepared. Probably not, but I'll try.
It's fine, just go into the bitches group.
I am. Literally, I'm right now.
Eh,
Scrolling like crazy.
I've not prepared myself, guys, to be perfectly honest.
Andy,
Yeah, the
calm
lab
down.
coat-
Calm down, you
Yeah.
will set Chris off again.
The lab coat is on order, okay?
Yep.
So let's, for those that are want to, let's go back onto the bitches group and have a wee look at some of the things that have been released.
I found things. Okay, I'm
You
good to go.
found things. You good to go, right? You with me, buddy?
And Chris has been triggered. Lab coat. Sorry.
Okay, let's have a look at. Let's go back. But I don't really want to do pods because a pod's a pod, isn't it? Although Chris did say there that he got the Valparaiso pod. It's on the bitches one. 900 market pod. Blah 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 blah.
That I haven't found.
Some of them are a bit. Bleh.
Found it.
Found it. Right, okay, so what do you think of that? It's a standard pod, do you know what I mean? Guys, go onto the bitches page while you're watching us and then you'll be able to see what we're talking about. I posted the Valparaiso pod stick on the 30th of September, so you can scroll back down to see that. It's just like any other pod, isn't it, really?
I know, but I'm liking the black one with the blue specks for an obvious reason. It's sort of.
Yeah, I suppose it matches your hair.
All I'd need now is the body for it to be purple, and then sold.
One Friday out the month is going to be Christmas for me. What are you talking about? Oh, he's talking about lab coats, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Oh, right, okay.
Just let him get on with it. Yeah, it just looks like a pod.
Yeah, so that was another new release.
That's
There's
okay.
been quite a few pods. OBS LAN, 10 watt, 750 mAh pod.
Mm.
Very square, very. Nothing.
Can't
new.
use it.
Nah.
I
Yeah,
don't think I'll be able
it's-
to use it.
No, it's. We were talking about that one on Islands on Monday night, and I have to say it didn't really impress me much either. It's nothing
not
special.
really. It's not really made to be comfortable in the hand, is it?
No, it's
No,
very.
it's-
That's what I'm saying. It's very square and very.
Yeah, it doesn't look like even the positioning of the pod, the way they have it placed. It's you know, like the PAL 2, for example, has the flat mouthpiece.
Yeah.
But at least it's going the right way. It's going side by side rather than lengthwise. on that, so you'd be, you're vaping it the wrong way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and the button fire is on the opposite side to the mouthpiece. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Just looks awkward, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks awkward. But could you possibly, because I'm sorry, Darren, I wasn't organised tonight, could you possibly get some of these pictures of the bitches and show, we can show them?
Give me a minute.
But you've still got the links for those.
Thank you. Steve Dave's probably got them because him and I are psychic with each other.
Yeah, because a lot of these, we covered some of these on Monday night, and when Steve was sending us the messages with the links in them, and like 10 minutes later, Gail was putting them up on the bitches group. It was like, get out of Steve's head.
I know. Right, let's scroll up. Let's go to the next one I posted. It was the coil art blazer or blazer, 18350 mouth to lung kit.
Yeah.
It's so little.
Yes.
It is so little.
That's what she said, but it is. It's so little.
And she went there. So it is. It's tiny. It does look like something else. But
I mean, if you're packing that, then you might as well just not bother.
I suppose.
Yeah, but in all honesty, though, who uses 18350s these days? Seriously.
I don't know, but I feel like it'd be the perfect size for me.
It'd be good for our wee hands. Do you know what I mean? It would fit our wee hands perfectly. I don't.
This is one that's purple, so.
Purple's nice.
Yeah, the purple one is nice. Funny, Gail, I always thought you would have went for the black one.
I actually like the purple. I think it's you two that are rubbing off on me. I think is they're converting me to purple. It's actually grown on me quite a bit.
It's the best colour, that's why.
Why are you sitting with fucking shit in your nose? Why does he get fucking tissue stuffed up his nose?
Because he's snotty, I'm assuming.
Yep.
He's rocking the nose tampons.
Right, I thought it was that. Have you seen the ones with the wax? The guys getting their nostrils waxed in fucking pool?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
just
no. Oh, I was howling. That's
Christ.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, but have
That's
you
just
ever like got like a really long nose hair that you've plucked?
Yeah, it's funny.
It's fucking agony.
No, it's not.
It's so painful.
It's not.
Just bad. It's so painful. Like I'd rather fucking pluck my eyebrows every day.
Yeah.
Plucking your eyebrows isn't so.
I wouldn't know. I don't do mine.
No, I stopped doing mine like years ago.
I have to do mine because I get a really bad eyebrow.
I've never done mine. I've never needed to. I'm actually losing my eyebrows. They're sort of fading out from the end.
Do you know that happens when you get older? The older I'm getting, the thinner they're getting.
Yeah.
I have none anyway. They're really pale and patchy, so I have to constantly like draw mine on.
Darling, see what you've got to look forward to. Do you know what I mean? The older you get, you lose hair from the places you want it and gain it in places that you don't.
Yeah.
Well, it was weird. Like before I went grey, obviously, like I'm grey at my roots now. Before I went grey, I was quite light haired. It was like a very light browny blonde. So my eyebrows are really thin. You could never see them.
This I would have paid to see you get that done. That'd have been funny as fuck.
Oh, what, nose wax?
Ouch.
That would have been funny.
Oh,
This is so hairy. Do you know what I mean?
he won't let me wax anywhere else. So why would he let me do nose hair?
Yeah, let's welcome in.
That shit is painful. Like even I can say, just plucking a few.
Yeah.
Jeez, it hurts.
I've got a Sharpie, I can colour it in back for you. No, you're alright, Sainty. I don't do this whole fucking slugs on the face thing.
No.
I have to because I have no eyebrows.
You're very pale and fair.
And not only that, you know how to do eyebrows properly, Ems. You know, you don't look like.
Aye,
Do you remember?
exactly.
Do you remember that time Stevie put the sombrero on in the show when he put the tape on to look like the Mexican? He'd done the fake mustache and all.
Aye.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's the difference. Ems knows how to do eyebrows. That they don't look like that.
Right, okay, so, right, as far as I'm concerned as a woman, right, I just think it's a fucking waste of time. I've got better things to do with my life than draw eyebrows on, right? When the Wayne does my makeup for me, she does all the, because that's the end things for the eyebrow stuff, right? Because your eyebrows have got to be on fleek, apparently, right? But
What the fuck?
I don't get, I mean, to me, I look at some of these women that are done with their eyebrows, and if I swung the other way, it would be a turn off.
Yeah. I have to
Yeah,
admit.
it's
Too
weird,
much.
like,
Too much.
Mo's great at drawing eyebrows.
I'm not one of these people that will completely pluck mine bare and then draw them on. Like, I need some eyebrow hair there as at least as a guide
Yeah.
to get the shape.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd end up with like one up here and one down here.
Yeah, I don't get
Yeah, you have that permanent surprised look.
Yeah.
I know. That was funny as fuck, Mo drawing eyebrows on Buddy.
On the dog, yeah.
Howling. That was howling. Yeah, so what do we think on the blazer or the blazer or whatever you want to call it? Is it a year and eight? It's not one I would buy, to be honest.
Oh shit, where are we at?
Don't get me wrong, I probably would use it if it was bought for me, but it wouldn't be one that I would go and get. Chicken dance,
I'm so
yay!
glad that's stayed on.
Fucking
Yes.
chickens. Swear to God, man.
I thought, I laughed at Chris last weekend. I thought he was going to fucking have a meltdown. I was playing so much.
I know. Can we just say how amazing he did, right, on that stream? Because we did the 24-hour charity stream, and it was hard enough doing it when there was all of us, but to
Yeah.
actually sit there and game for 24 hours and do it on your own, Chris, take my hat off to you, darling. It was absolutely amazing. Well done. Right, that's
Yeah,
enough
he did.
ass kissing. Let's move on.
Yeah, he did really well, to be fair. And I'm done with it too now.
And Liz says that mod looks like a dildo.
It does, doesn't it? That's what I thought, Liz.
Which
I thought
one?
it was something from Ann Summers.
What am I missing? Which one?
That blazer 18350 one, it looks like one of the wee mini dildos you get from Ann Summers.
I mean, as long as the drip tip vibrated, sure.
Why have I just got flashbacks to 101 uses for a Rat Squad bottle?
I'm not going there.
I had to figure it out whether it would genuinely work, and it does.
It works. Okay, so next, moving on swiftly. The Joytech Exceed X Kit 1000 mAh. Looks like a wee square thing.
Boring.
Yeah. Boring.
Bye.
As
There's not even a nice colour in there. It can fuck off.
The blue's quite nice.
yeah, I actually
Disagree.
like the blue. I do like the blue, but as little pocket rocket kits go, I actually quite like it.
But it's like square.
Yeah, it's nothing exciting, is it? I don't know.
Be one of those ones that you'd probably actually have to get a hold of to see what you would think of it. You know, to see how practical it would be.
Yeah. I
She's
want
on
some of
the
that
gym.
now. I'm actually, she's
It's the Copperberg
shared
gym
up
as
before
well.
I know, shared up before we come on cast, and I'm actually really tempted to just go and pour one.
It's so good. Not at all endorsing the brand, and we're not sponsored by Copperberg or any of that shit, but oh my god, get some, it's amazing.
Yeah, because Siona, she raves about it as well. She thinks it's lovely. I have
Tasty.
decided
Chris
that-
doesn't know I have it, so wait for the comment. Don't drink all of that, we're supposed to be sharing it. Ah.
Need some. I've actually decided you know how Zan does all his pops, and I was going to say Pop-Tarts there, but you know what I mean. Pops.
Pop-Tarts are good. If you start reviewing Pop-Tarts, I would watch that too.
And see, they've just released Fruit Loop Pop-Tarts.
I don't like Fruit Loops.
Really?
No.
Fruit Loop Pop-Tarts. I have so got to get those.
Chris has never tried a Pop-Tart. I need to get some.
I'm going to start my own collection because I've never been a collector of anything, and I'm going to start collecting craft gins.
Do it.
Yeah,
The
'cause
problem
a
is the
lot of-
shelves might not get very full.
but there's always a way around that, because 9 out of 10 times when you get a bottle of craft gin, they sell them in miniatures. So you could buy the big bottle for yourself to drink and then get yourself a wee collection of miniatures that you can have sitting on the shelf behind you.
So I've just read that a Pop-Tart to me sounds like an inflatable prostitute.
That's very true. That's very true. Right, so we're agreed that exceeds boring and it's not anything exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. My Vapors Roke Box Pod Kit, 1000 mAh. Square.
That doesn't at all look like the PAL 2.
No, doesn't it? Just boring as fuck again. It's the same old.
And it looks like it uses dual pods.
I've not even looked to see.
Look at
Does
the
it really?
yeah. If you look at the picture,
What it does.
and look very closely at the mouthpiece, it looks
yeah.
it looks like a dual pod.
It does. Huh. That's really weird. Fuck you, my vapors.
Yes. Okay. So that's wank. Let's move on. Okay. So this one intrigued me. The Aspire Mullis.
Yes.
18650 pod mod kit.
Yes.
This intrigued me.
Yes. I all but fell off the chair on Monday night when we covered this one.
The blue one looks lovely. The
Yep.
blue looks really nice. Scuba, get a blue one and tell me what you think.
Yes, Scuba, do it. It's the pictures we saw. I know it's listed as being blue, but the pictures we saw the other night, it actually looked more purple.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
It does. It looks lovely.
It really impressed me, I have to say.
If you can, Brew, can we maybe put a picture of this one up on the screen? Because there he's done it. See, so
It looks
good.
weird. I don't know. I'm like, eh.
What do you think, guys?
I like it. This is one.
I know it looks like a lot of others out there on the market, right? I like the way that they've got the drip tip. It's not just a square, boring, round drip tip. It's got that angle to it. And the fact it takes an 18650 for a lot of people.
Really, Mo?
that
Are
is
you
very
colourblind?
happy.
This is purple.
It looks like a blue grey from my perspective.
Yeah, it's actually purple.
Oh. The more you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks blue from
You can. It does actually come in a blue grey as well.
Yeah.
But I haven't bought that one yet. But I
Once
bought
I
one.
think you should get Scuba to buy that one for you, so that you could review it and tell us. It's a great idea. We need more women telling us what they think. Yeah, so for me, I would be interested. It's not one I would go and buy. I'll be honest, right? But it's better looking than a lot of the shit that's coming out.
I actually would probably fall all over myself to buy that, because it's this. I'm just going through this mad pod phase at the minute, and that one ticks all the boxes for me. That one, like I say, damn near fell out of my chair on Monday night when I saw it.
Chris, you're right. Actually, it is. It's very like a billet box.
But the fact that it's replaceable coils, you're not having to replace the whole pod, which is good. Yeah, it's same idea as the Nord, where you just pop the coil out and pop a new one back in. So
Yeah.
that's a major plus point. The fact that it uses an 18650 as well means you're going to have battery life for days.
Hey, thank you,
So-
Sainty. He just gifted a sub to Mo.
Oh, thank you, Sainty. Aren't you
Thank
sweet?
you. You're good. He's a good wee solar demonic angel, isn't he?
Isn't he?
That one can intrigue me a wee bit. Right, let's move on. I've heard absolutely amazing things about this one. The Vupu Vinci.
Yeah, but it's fugly.
It's 40 watts. It's 1500 mAh. I think it's fugly too. Tell me why.
Oh my god.
I know there's the whole fuck Vupu thing, right? But
Yeah, but even like despite that, it's fugly.
it's square. It's not attractive looking to me at all. But I have heard that it is an amazing little pod.
I've heard that as well. There's a few of the local shops here have picked them up, as well as the new Smoke RPM ones that are remarkably similar style-wise to that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I'd be
even
interested.
despite my thoughts on the company, it's fugly. Nah.
Yeah.
Even if it's great, it looks like a piece of shit. So no.
It looks like a resin coloured tampon. Yeah, that's true, Andy. Although I've not seen any square or fucking cubed tampons about recently, but hey. Oh, fuck that. Anyway. But I put it up because I have heard quite a few reviewers raving about it, and in various dating groups and chats, people who have got it have said it's a great wee pod, so that's why I thought we'll stick that one up there.
aye, everybody says it's amazing so far. Everybody that I know that uses one says they swear by it. So,
But Bill made a good comment on the actual post. He said, look at the smoke version, they've got an RBA for it.
yeah, the
Is it-
RPM does have the rebuildable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there you go. Very good. Right, now's one that I think hooked a few people. The MVP 5 Ajax, 5,200 mAh power bank vape kit. It's
Yes.
from Anakin.
Yes.
So this one, I don't know if I like it or don't like it.
It's vile.
I actually really, really like this mod.
It's disgusting. Like, who pairs a really nice, pretty, like magenta-y, pinky purple colour with beige?
I know, beige. It's very beige.
That's fucking vile.
Isn't it actually listed as gold?
But it's beige.
It doesn't look gold. It looks like kind of.
It's like an off-white, creamy beige colour.
It looks
It's
like watered down plastic. Yeah,
It looks like walls that used to be white that you smoke 80 a day.
Yeah.
That's my colour description of that.
The Anakin Bon Marsh, says Chris.
Yeah, I mean, the mods, the MVP mods are really pretty good mods and have been in general, so it was that kind of thing, but I don't know if I like it. I don't. If I
There you
like
go. There you go. They call it sand.
Sand.
Yeah.
Oh, beige.
Beige.
Yeah. Beige.
Right.
I actually do like the look of it though.
What
The
colour
one's
would
not
you go
bad.
for, Bunny?
Pardon?
What colour would you go for?
That's actually the one I would go for.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
Or the white one at the end.
The white one's not bad. That's about the least nauseating.
The least offensive, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually quite like the look of the white one. It's one that I would like to try because any of the MVP mods that I've tried before, I've been really impressed with. They're solid mods.
I still have my MVP 3, the 30 watt one, which was the power bank. I've got one of the big pink ones of them. And I've had that mod now for 4 years and it still works.
That's good.
And that thing has been dropped down the fucking stairs I don't know how many damn times. And it still works.
Just got these in at work today. They're nice in the hand too. Some mega funky shit though. It's got a barometer and all sorts of stuff.
Ooh.
Why would you need
Why
that?
would you want a barometer on your vape mod? Is it just me? Oh, hold on. I need to see what the fucking wind pressure and push is before I have a vape.
Yeah,
No.
chances of rain. Yeah, I'll just look out the window to find that out.
Time for a vape. What? No, too humid. Okay, compass, barometer, pressure sensor, and thermometer. Well, I suppose it would be a good mod if you're a hill walker or you're a survivalist or something.
Yeah, if you're out and about, you know, doing your fucking Bear Grylls bit, you know.
Well, this is it. I mean, it's a LiPo. It's an internal battery as well, so you don't have to worry about charging. Maybe that's what they were looking at. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
I'll
I
be
do like
interested
the look
to
of it.
see.
Oh, there you go. It's actually got a mountain logo on the side.
Right. Maybe. Well, I'll be interested to see what the feedback is on that one. For me, it's a possibility. One that I would like to try.
Yep. I'd be keeping an eye out for them at Expo if they're there. I'll go and have a look and see what they're like.
Definitely one to maybe have a look at.
Yeah, try it.
Right. Strolling up now to the 2nd of October. I put this one on.
Get that band.
It is the
I got it first.
what is it? It's the VX VTech RB pod kit, and it comes with 3 replaceable batteries in a wee tin.
It's just a short colourburn.
That's what I thought. But the fact it has the replaceable batteries and it comes in a compact thing like that, I thought would appeal to quite a few people who like their pods, who struggle with, do you know what I mean, battery life and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the design on it though.
Yeah, it's got fucking bugs on it. It's out for me, but hey.
It's not. It's like trying to be the neo-traditional tattoo style, isn't it? That's what they're going for.
But, do you know, it's one that I would actually quite like to try. And I'm not a pod person, as you know.
What was that one that Vic had that had the removable batteries in it?
Was it Sword?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it's very similar idea to it, and that was one of the ones I wouldn't mind getting my hands on as well. So yeah, that one for me is definitely, it's piqued my interest. Maybe styled the pattern and whatnot on it is not the best, but yeah. I think for practicality, I do like the idea of the removable battery.
I would try it.
Yeah, I like the idea of the wee tin as well, especially for like people sticking things in their pockets that they're not putting. Do you know what I mean? That's keeping everything neat and tidy in your pocket or in your bag or something. It's not going to be like just loose batteries and loose boards and stuff.
Yeah,
so
the fact that you've got the little box to carry it all in as well is a plus point.
I like anything that makes stuff tidy, you know that?
Well, it's like this little thing. Now,
the juice and that's well steeped.
Yeah. But I just bought the one little thing just to see how it is. This is one of them. I'm going to be investing in the full kit with the rechargeable carry box and everything for it as well, nice. And the extra one and the spare pods and everything to go with it, because this wee thing has really surprised me. This is absolutely amazing.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. For what it is, it's really, really good.
Yes, we all like a nice box, Irish, we do. Yeah, so I quite like the look of that one, I've got to say. It is a shorter caliber, name's right, do you know what I mean?
It is, it's like a squat caliber, isn't
it? Yeah.
Yeah, but the Caliburn's a really good pod kit.
Yeah, so... no, I really like mine.
Yeah. I got the other one, is it the Yearn? But I have to order pods for it, because the kit didn't come with any pods. They didn't even put a basic tobacco pod, because it's a closed pod system.
Yeah.
And they didn't even put any pods in along with it, so I'm going to have to get onto you and get some pods ordered for it to give it a try and see what it's like.
Yeah. Cool. Right, next one. For the pipe lovers out there.
Oh, good God.
Right, okay, so I know everybody's going to go, oh, but this is old. Right, so this is the newer version, guys. This is not the original, it's a newer version. It's a wee toty thing. It's the new Camry K1000 mini kit, which is 900 mAh. If you like your pipe, maybe.
There's not many people that really use pipes anymore.
No.
I know. I don't know. I mean, I've seen a few pipe mods out there. The original, the Guardian 2. Everybody raved about that. They said that was a great pipe mod. And I know quite a few people who had got them. The nicest pipe mod I have seen is Stevie Nichols, SM Rating. He's got a stab wood pipe, which is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, but it's the K1000 Plus is 1000 mAh, but won't last that long. See, that's it. I mean, that's a mod for sitting in the house. Do you know what I mean? And having your tobacco vape and being a gentleman and all that push.
Yeah. I can see the older generation probably, but a lot of those, to be fair, probably won't convert to vaping anyway.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, you're right, Chris. Stevie Nichols has a lovely pipe. But yeah, if you're into your pipes thing, it's something to look at, because it's not something you see a lot of releases of now, or new pipe mods or anything
but
like that.
Is there a reason for that?
Possibly, darling, possibly. It's going to be a very small part of the market, I would imagine.
Why can I see Jay Story just falling all over himself to get his hands on one of these?
Of course he would.
Yeah.
Jay falls over himself for everything.
I know, do you ever notice that? He calls dibs on everything.
Oh my god, I'm clipping that for the Sab's voice clip. Clipping what? What did I say?
Yeah, which clipping what?
What? That ain't nobody seen my box. What? What? I've been missing loads in the chat tonight. I'll just let you carry on.
Right.
I want to know.
If you're into If you're into your pipes. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, so if you're into pipes, might be a nice thing. But yeah, that was just a few of the things that we put up on the group in the last week or so. There's nothing outstanding. There's nothing really new. I mean, that MVP is about the newest, most interesting thing. But even then, it's like...
And that Aspire pod kit that takes the 18650s as well.
Yeah.
That's one that's definitely got my attention. I know that.
The Snowwolf A-Thing's really good.
I've heard that. I've not yet even seen one in the flesh, never mind used one. So.
Oh, mine's in the room. I haven't set it up yet because Crystal hasn't given me an 18650, but it's very good. I've stolen his enough. It's very good.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of reviews on
There's
them.
one on the desk game, he says.
Yeah,
so there is.
Didn't Mike Vapes do a review on it last week?
I like the look of that.
Yeah, it's a nice.
I've got the black
thing.
one.
I do like the look of that.
I
as well.
actually like the look of that because I've not got the big fucking gold cheap shit stuff stuck to it. It's
to be fair, they took advice from the consumers and didn't do that.
It goes gold.
No, it's like it's a weird. It's not quite gold, not quite silver.
Right,
oh, it's that weird in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's like it's not like overly blingy because I'm not a fan of gold. But it's
hold it up to your palm, darling, so I can see how big it is.
Well, it's just a nice wee size, that.
little.
Yeah, nice size for us.
Yeah, it's just a nice wee size.
Like look at that.
Oh, there you go. It's called Champagne.
Champagne, right? Nice. Suits you, Chris. Yeah. So, what do you think, guys? Is there anything that you've seen that's jumping out, that's new, that's...
The champagne, does it suit Chris or Christina?
Both, I would think.
I think Christina reminds me of the kind of girl, she's not a Prosecco girl, she's a proper bubbles girl.
Yeah, I thought she was Lambrini.
Oh, no, she's like cheap. It's Lambrini all the way.
Lambrini all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet you she wouldn't say no to a nice bottle of proper champagne now either.
It depends who's buying it for her.
Exactly.
Irish. Emily and I have the same size of hands, so when I want to know the size of something, I get Emily to do that because then I know how big it's going to be in my hand.
Yeah.
See? There's method to my madness. I know it sounds really rude, but you know what I mean.
I'm not encouraging you to go on Drag Race. I'm saying you'd have to learn how to sew and do your own makeup if you were to go on Drag Race. Also, that guy from Leicester that went out in the first fucking week could have done better.
I don't watch it.
Oh, you should. It's amazing.
I don't either, to be honest.
It's the first UK season ever. And funnily enough, there was someone from Liverpool and someone from Leicester, and the guy from Leicester went out in the first week.
Oh dear.
She needed her friends in the other night. Our friend Dean, who she's been with like that since first year in school, and she's playing matchmaker at the moment, and she's got Ian a new boyfriend, so he was in as well. So the two boys were doing Sinead's makeup. Well, if you'd have seen her, Dawn and I were pushing ourselves laughing. She looked like something like a Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. She came in fucking a monobrow slug across here.
Oh no.
That's the look though.
It was awesome.
That's the look though. You've just got to drag is big.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love it. I love drag makeup. It's so fun to do.
They actually did a really good job, but we had a good giggle at it.
But yeah, no, like if you haven't seen it yet, go and watch RuPaul. It's on iPlayer. Go watch it. It's fucking great. I made Chris watch it with me for some inspiration for Christina.
Okay, I have just been sent something. I know we don't tend to talk about the whole American thing that's going on, but just to let you all know that Oregon governor has now announced a temporary ban on the flavoured vaping products for Oregon as well now.
But it's temporary.
So there's another state. It's temporary, but there's another state.
Temporary doesn't make a fucking blind bit of difference. Why do they feel the need to ban this? This getting fucking ridiculous now. I know New York have put a halt on that The judges have overruled the decision that was made to ban it in the first place, so that's been put on hold for a bit. But I just don't. I don't get their mentality. Yes, I get it. They're shitting themselves over losing a few dollars, but fuck off, really.
Oh, it's just...
You know, it goes against. There's just so many human rights violations here. It's fucking frightening.
I mean, I'm not, supporting it in the slightest, but it's not a few dollars, is it? Like, you're talking.
Yeah, but they're putting a few. I know it's common practice. Money matters more than people's health does.
Yeah.
But what about, they really should stop with this. Oh no, I don't like the fact that you vape, so I'm putting a ban on this. How fucking dare they? They don't have that right. They really don't have that right to basically march into someone's house and say, you're not allowed to do this because I don't like that flavour.
Morally they don't, ethically they don't, but they do have that right, which is why they're doing it.
Well, they're trampling over
before people.
It's a human rights violation,
confused.
pure and simple, because they're taking away people's right of choice.
I'm still confused about flavourings for cakes and the food industry.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still very confused.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, right, we're going to do the science bit. I'm going to give you all 10 minutes because then we're going to go on and do science bit.
Well, this is a good way to lead into it, I
science
suppose.
questions for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus, don't. No, I'm going to be like, I know nothing.
No, it's simple stuff that you'll know.
No, it's fine. Like, we scientists, we're very sneaky. If there's something we don't know, we literally go, I do apologise, I don't know, but I'll do some research on it and come back to you.
Yeah, quite right. That's a good plan.
That's what happens when you get roasted in all your interviews and stuff. You're just like, you can't bullshit because you're talking to experts. You're just like, I don't know, sorry.
How can you get a dry hit off a tank? Jesus fuck.
If you can dry hit it, I'm sure you'll manage.
Yeah, this is you we're talking about, Gail.
Right, so talking about like the American thing and all the rest of it, I mean, I've got to make a point, right, about this, because we don't really talk about it very much, because it is American, we're UK based, right, but I feel so bad for all our friends and our family and everything over in America, and the rest of the world, India and all these other countries that are outright banning it. I feel terrible for them. And I know that when we were going through this leading up to the TPD and the TRPR, do you know what I mean? It was all, oh, that's a shame, but we don't give a shit. It's not happening to us, sort of thing.
I was about to say the same thing. Like, I'm sympathetic, but at the same time, I'm like, eh.
Right, so a lot of people said that. I get that, and I know why people are saying that and where they're coming from. But I really don't think that I told you so, or do you know what I mean? It's not affecting us. It's helping anybody, because you look at the way that this is spreading worldwide.
Yes, sooner or later it's going to hit
It's spreading
shores.
worldwide, and if we don't support the countries who have this fight in their hand right now, and have that apathetic attitude of it's not happening to us, it could be on our shores before we know it, like that.
Yep. There's already been some politician in the Irish Republic has, it was announced earlier this week that he wants a flavour ban, and he was basically told, get to fuck.
Yeah.
I get the fact that it will travel, like, I understand that. But at the same time, at least
that's America. Why should we take on the same rules and bylaws that America
even that,
do?
like,
it's their choice. That shouldn't be
a lot
forced
of
on us.
Americans, obviously I'm generalizing here, so don't get offended, people. Obviously a lot of Americans have just sat back and let this happen.
Yep.
We won't.
Yeah, that's true. There's a cultural difference.
Hey, True Blue.
Which is very true.
Support Kasa.
No,
we're not going to support Kasa.
Exactly. You know, there's a lot of people, a lot of reviewers pushing Kasa, and what have Kasa done for you? A grand total of fuck all.
Yeah.
But
yet they're still shouting support Kasa.
The thing that gets me about it, right, is because we went through this a few years ago leading up to the TPD, right, or TRPR. We were very lucky because we had the NNA. Dave Dorn and the
exactly
guys
Irish, that's the man.
Dave Dorn and the guys went to Europe and fought for our right to keep mods out of it, right? So we had been through it with the political aspect of things.
Yeah.
So the fact that we had already been through it to a certain degree, granted it's not on the same level, but to a certain degree, I would have thought that the countries who have this fight on their hands would have listened to us and said, look, what you're doing didn't work. We had to do this to get somewhere. We had to do the political route. We had to do you know what I mean? I would have thought that experience is an educator in itself. So why did they not listen when we were trying to give them the experience? Having said that, I totally understand it's a totally different scale, right? So anyway, what was it I was going to say is, right, because of all of this and the way that, you know, it is starting to spread, or they're trying to spread it and all the rest of it, there was, I don't know if you've noticed, I put on the group earlier on this week, the Scottish Government have announced that they're going to be doing a consultation on banning vape and e-cigarette advertising. Right, so this is something that could genuinely affect us, because that's a first step to our right to vape getting taken away.
Yeah.
So because of that, the girls' night had decided we're going to do a special on it. Because it's going to affect the UK. So on the 6th of November, we are going to be doing a special show on our YouTube channel, not on Twitch. We're going to be doing it on our YouTube channel, because we've not done anything on there for months and months and months. So we're going to host it from our YouTube channel, and we're going to have some special guests on. We're going to have our very own Chris on. We're going to have Victor on with us, and we're also going to be having Andy Morrison from the NNA. Now, Andy's been an advocate for the NNA for years and years and years, and he's very involved in the lobbying of the Scottish Government and things up here. So by November, the SNP conference will have been by, Expo will have been by. We should be in a better position to have a wee bit more information. So we're going to do a special, guys. It's not going to be on a Friday, it's going to be on a Wednesday. Wednesday the 6th of November, and it'll be on our YouTube channel.
At 9 p.m.
Yeah. Keep your eyes out for that. It'll be on at 9, because Aidan and the boys do 8 to 9, so we'll be going on after them. So keep your eyes out for that. And if you have any questions, or if there's anything that you would like to be brought up in that show at all, then please, you know, put it into the group or message one of us or whatever way you want to get in touch with us.
And keep it strictly vape related, guys. We want this. This is going to be a very serious topic that we're going to be covering here, so we want to be as professional as possible, because we want it to come across the right way and not just to come across as us taking the piss, you know. So keep the questions sensible for a change. I know that's sort of against the rules of the bitches, but on this occasion we would ask you to serious questions only.
I think people will understand the gravity of the issue, so I don't think that will be a concern.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying that it's going to be very, do you know what I mean? But it is a serious issue, as Bunny said, and I think, you know, as a part of the vaping community and casters and reviewers like we are, we have a responsibility to try and help answer questions. So if you have those questions, guys, please just contact us, and we'll try and get them into the show for you as much as possible. Because we'll have Andy from the NNA, we have Vic, who obviously you all know, vaping with Vic, and we all know Chris. And Chris is obviously a big part of the industry as well, as having his own business in the industry. So, you know, we're looking at trying to get questions across the boards from every point of view, not just pro vaping. Okay, so so there we go. That's a wee thing for you. So, Em has some very sciencey things to do for us tonight.
I do, but before that, I really need to go and pee.
Okay.
I've drank gin. Okay. See you in a sec.
Oh, thank
you. Mike's Mix says Irish on that day, disconnect your keyboard. Yeah, that's probably a wise option. Yeah, because
it's on the calendar, Mike. No problems. Irish can be serious when he wants to be.
Yeah, that sounds true.
Yes, it's science tits, everybody. Yeah. We've got science tits. Her lab coat is ordered, so sometime soon she will be wearing her lab coat when we're doing science tits. But
and you have just triggered Chris again.
Chris, behave yourself. Milton and Andy.
And Andy, yeah. when do you ever want to be serious, Gail?
Yeah. Aye, Andy, you can act all innocent. We saw the chat.
Kev's,
Wait to get tissues.
Kev's
Kev!
wait to get tissues, oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
And that right there, Kev, is why you don't get scones.
I'm actually beginning to feel guilty that he's never had a scone.
I know. It's piss poor timing though, because he never shows up whenever the scones are available.
I get the prize of take a bitch home. I love with her. Yes, you love with her and live with her, Chris. This is true. I know. So yeah, so I think that'll be quite interesting doing that wee show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, interesting to see what we get coming out of it.
Yeah, it'll be good to get it from an inside perspective. You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you'll also have noticed, guys, while Em's away,
She's back.
put a thing up on the bitches telling you what we've got coming up on the shows. Because we've organised our wee menu thing. So tonight we have our science tits, our gorgeous science tits. Next week we're going to do a vape detective, because we're not done one for a wee while. The week after...
Next week, remember, we don't have our gorgeous science tits because she's out partying.
Yes,
I'm not. I'm going to a wedding. My cousin's getting married.
Yeah, so you're out partying.
So yeah, so we'll get that, and then on the 18th of October we're going to be doing a pre-expo show with Mark Solo.
Yes.
Be our special guest. The week after, obviously, there will be no show because Expo's on.
We might do a random live, maybe?
If the internet holds out at the Prem, it's been pretty shit the last couple of goes
Not
round,
even at the
so...
Prem, because there a reviewing area with cameras and
That's right.
Yes.
So there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might get a little impromptu afternoony type thing.
Maybe.
Well, it's up in the air just now whether Zan and I will be at Expo. We'll know for definite next week.
I really hope you can make it, because it will be the first time in like ever that all bitches will be together, including the background bitches, i.e. Darren, Zan and Chris. So it'll just be so lovely to have us all together in one place. So fingers crossed, hopefully you'll make it.
I know. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so on to you, go.
Okay. Well, I already apologised on my post in the group. The amount of times I probably say cannabinoids, because it comes up a lot.
How do you say it?
I say, well, I flit. It depends like what mood I'm in. Sometimes it's cannabinoid, sometimes it's cannabinoid.
I say cannabinoid.
Yeah,
Depends
me too.
what I fancy.
Right, okay.
Depends what I fancy.
Whatever she says is right, okay?
Both. Both. It depends. I'll probably say cannabinoids more than cannabinoid, but
Stop winding him up. Scones were epic. Did I mention that at all when I went to Scotland?
okay, so the main one we probably know is THC. I think pretty much everyone has heard of THC, right? Okay, but THC is just one of 66 of the cannabinoids, which is obviously a big group of chemicals. There's no nice, easy way to explain them. They just act on the cannabinoid receptors in the body. That's just how they're described. Like, there's no fun, easy way of explaining what they are, to be fair.
Okay.
And obviously, they're present in the cannabis plant, which is fucking fun. Everyone knows this. To be fair, even my university lecturer was like, cannabis?
Yeah.
He actually said that in a lecture. Was like,
we like this lecturer.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the lecturer too. He was great. He was
so
also
when
telling me loads of
when are we
stories.
meeting him?
Yeah, he was telling me loads of stories of when him and the other pharmacological lecturers used to just go out and get stoned all the time. It was great. I learned a lot that day.
Sounds like my kind of party. Where do we sign up for this?
But yeah, THC is obviously, we know, is responsible for the high, the feeling stoned,
The munchies.
the munchies. But it does this by overloading normal cell nervous system function. So we naturally have cannabinoids in the body anyway. We produce them. They're used for all sorts of shit. So memory, appetite function, motor neuron control, and shit tons of other stuff, gene transcription. They basically work on pretty much everything. Like, they're found pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
So basically, obviously, when we smoke weed, it overloads the system, releases endorphins, and makes you feel good.
What makes you feel good? I can testify to that.
Makes you feel good. So despite people telling you otherwise, you know, oh, I'm not addicted to weed, or, you know, I'm not addicted, it is an addictive substance purely from this like pleasure response pathway. So we like feeling good, so we do it a lot. You know, it is addictive despite what people will tell you, because I know a few people was like, oh, I'm not addicted to that shit. Nah. It is addictive. It's like alcohol in that respect. So obviously when we smoke weed, we can smoke it as a blunt, which is obviously just all weed. And even smoking it as a blunt, it still produces, you know, the nasties, the tar, the carbon monoxide, the carcinogens, these tumor promoters. So lighting it and smoking it is bad. It becomes especially bad when you mix it with tobacco, like most people do in a standard joint.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously you've got the combustible marijuana and the combustible tobacco. So you have both carcinogens and tar and everything from the two of them combined. Not great.
See, I personally never mixed it with tobacco.
A lot of people tend to.
I never.
I've done both, to be honest, and to be honest, I always preferred it without tobacco.
Yeah.
It
I mean, don't get me wrong, that push
not only tasted nicer, but it was more effective.
Yeah, but it's money, isn't it? You want to make that make what you've got.
Yeah, you want to make it last. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, to avoid the toxic compounds produced when you light a joint, we can vaporize it at a specific temperature to obviously release the cannabinoids, but reduce the nasties that you get when you smoke it and inhale it.
Right, okay.
So obviously that brings us on to vaping.
Yep.
So first things first, THC liquids are illegal. CBD is not. Okay? It's hard to get your head around, but the legal limit is 0.2% THC for all of our liquids in the UK.
Okay.
So all of the CBD liquids you see on the shelf that are legal and can be displayed are absolutely fine. You can basically say that they don't contain THC. Some of them do in tiny, tiny, tiny minute amounts, but legal limit 0.2%. So what you see on the shelves is legal, above board. Don't go, shouting to shops, oh, you can't stop that. It's fine.
Okay.
So we have two broad classifications, and then the two broad classifications sort of narrow down a bit. So we have THC containing legal and CBD legal.
Right.
That's the two main ones. And I just want to say a quick thing, just like insert a quick thing. Huh.
Yeah, that's what she said.
There are no functionable tests for CBD liquid usage because we make them naturally in the body anyway. So any tests that people would do would always test positive anyway.
Oh, right, that's interesting.
So CBD cannot be found on drug tests.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, we like I say, we make them naturally. So no matter what you do, it will always be positive.
Yeah, because there's been a fair bit of scaremongering over the last few months about people failing drug tests at work because they vape CBD oils and stuff like that. So
bullshit. Unless you're buying dodgy stuff with THC in it,
yeah,
you're fine. You're fine. Like, I've spoken to teachers and all sorts saying, oh, they obviously, I work with kids, they drugs test me. Am I going to fail? No, of course you won't.
No, of course not.
Provided you buy it from the right place and the right people. But obviously there are tests for THC. The body doesn't naturally produce THC, and what THC is broken down as in the body. So THC is tested for, and that's what these drug tests are trying to find. So if you do buy your dodgy liquids, you possibly fail the test.
Right, okay. So in other words, make sure you're buying from somewhere reputable.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, give me 1 second. So, because the legal liquids have a really, really low THC content in them, they don't get you high, despite what people will tell you, you know, oh, you know, that liquid got me high, this, that, and the other, oh, I'm really stoned from this. No.
No, it doesn't.
No, you're not.
You get what I class a body high, right? But it's not an actual high. When I vape my CBD, I get this relaxed feeling where the pain is no longer as severe as it was. And it's like, you know that way where you've exercised and you've been out for a run, or you've really exercised and pushed your muscles. And then after it, you get that warm feeling over your muscles when you've used them. That's what it's like. It's just like a relaxation that comes over your body that I call a body high, but it's not an actual high as such.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically you still get that whole, you know, relax, anti-anxiety, you know, anti-pain feeling and sensation, but you don't get high. Like you say, obviously you get body high, but you don't experience the getting stoned high.
Yeah.
Just purely because there's no or little THC in there. So something that a lot of people probably don't know is most CBD is actually extracted from hemp and not marijuana. So they're in the same.
There you go.
Yeah, so they're in the same family, same plant family, but they are obviously slightly different plants. They're not the same. Purely because hemp has low THC content in its stem, which is where most of the cannabinoids are found. So it makes it easy, you know, you don't have to manually remove the THC from it. There's already little to no THC in the stem itself anyway. So it's just a sort of a money saving thing.
Right.
Where was I? Yeah, so the legal CBD liquids are sort of broadly classified into two sort of subgroups. So you've got your isolate and you've got your full spectrum.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't really think about what both of those mean when they're buying a bottle of liquid. So isolate, sort of as the name suggests, it's literally one isolated cannabinoid suspended in a liquid.
Right, okay.
So it's literally they've removed all the other stuff and just taken the one that they want and suspended it in liquid. The second one is obviously full spectrum, and again, that's sort of as the name suggests, it's literally all of those cannabinoids taken from the plant and suspended in a liquid. So that's like the main difference.
Yeah, so like the full spectrum, that doesn't include THC.
Obviously, no, it doesn't include THC because that would be illegal.
Yeah.
But contains all the others, whereas isolate, they've literally picked and chosen which one they want to extract and use that.
Hey, I'm with you.
Okay, so this is why full spectrum sort of considered as dirty. It's not, it's still clean, but it's because they haven't isolated and purified a single cannabinoid.
That's a kind of a dirty, that's a kind of a strong word to use, isn't it?
It's what it's considered in the industry. It's one of those things, it doesn't sound, you know, particularly pleasant, it's fine, but obviously it's not as run through the process as an isolate is.
So Chris is saying Peng Vapor Freaks is full spectrum, Peng CBD standard is isolate.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
These full spectrums tend to hit a lot harder than isolates. And you sort of think, well, why would that be? Obviously with the isolate, they've purified and concentrated the single cannabinoid. Surely that'd hit target and work better. Mm-hmm. But obviously with full spectrum, you've got the combined effect of all 65, ignoring THC, 65 of these cannabinoids all working together to produce a sort of, we call it a synergistic effect. So everything working together to produce one effect. And so that's why full spectrum tend to work better for most people than an isolate.
I know that it's full spectrum that I use.
Yeah. I mean, isolate's great.
Isolate didn't work for me.
Yeah, I mean, isolate's great because you can target a specific effect that you want to have. So, you know, if you want aid in sleeping, there'll be a cannabinoid for that. If you want help with anti-anxiety, there'll be a cannabinoid for that. So each one works in a slightly different way, doing a slightly different thing. So isolates have their uses, but obviously full spectrum, it's that powerhouse of all of them together.
Yeah.
And then obviously we come on to terpenes. So I think most people have probably heard of terpene infused liquids as well.
Yeah.
I tend to hate them, but that's just me. So terpenes themselves are a group of compounds that just give weed its taste and smell.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get that classic weed smell. But most plants actually make them as well. So roses produce them, lilies produce them, any sort of flowers or sort of vegetable that smell fruits all produce terpenes.
Right.
They're just obviously all slightly different, specific to the plant.
Yeah.
Their natural role in plants is actually to reduce predators and disease in the plant. So some of them have like antibacterial properties, some of them just smell foul and try and ward off predators.
See, I learned all this when I did my aromatherapy course, because that's all part of the aromatherapy thing.
And obviously, you know, when you call something that smells a terpene, you just think, oh, what the fuck is that? But actually they're used in so many flavorings, in cakes, in household cleaning products, in perfumes.
Yeah.
Anything that sort of smells is related to a terpene. So, you know, don't be scared by the fact that, you know, it's a group of chemicals called terpenes, you know.
Yeah.
They're pretty commonplace. And despite tasting great and smelling good, they have actually very little effect on their own. So if you have purely terpenes in a liquid, it will smell and taste great, but in terms of CBD, has no effect. There's no cannabinoids there. Terpenes aren't a cannabinoid. They don't have any effect on their own. But when you add terpenes to cannabinoid-containing liquids, it aids the cannabinoid absorption into the blood and makes it a lot more effective. So that's why you get, obviously, CBDs with added terpenes.
Right.
It increases its effect and how well it enters the blood.
Well, that I didn't know.
Yeah, so they're pretty important in determining which CB liquids to buy, because they actually aid in different ways depending on what molecule it is that you're adding. So I've got a few examples in chat. It's just a quick quiz. It's dead easy, don't worry, it's not hard. We scientists are really, really fucking imaginative. And by that I mean we're not in the slightest. So some of these terpenes have amazing names, and I just want you guys, obviously you two and chat, to try and guess what these terpenes smell like.
Right, okay.
Because their names are really, really imaginative.
Okay.
So I'll type it in chat as well. Obviously I'm as Chris. But the first one is now in chat. It's called pinene.
I'm guessing it's pine cones.
Yeah.
Pine tree.
It literally smells like pine trees.
Hey Gary, thank you for the subscription.
This is what I mean by we're really imaginative.
Yeah.
So all terpenes end in ene, E-N-E, terpene. And it smells like pine, so we literally just stuck the two together and made pinene.
So, yeah, domestos pine.
Yeah, it is. It's like pine trees and,
you
know, spicy sort of kind of smell. And that one actually, when mixed with cannabinoids, produces an anti-inflammatory effect.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, so it's really weird the way these work. They aid the cannabinoids in different ways, even though you throw in all cannabinoids at it. Depending on which terpene you use and specifically select it, you'll get a slightly different effect. So obviously pinene is the first one, and then there's thousands and thousands of these, all really imaginatively named. So this is the second one. It's called limonene.
Lemon.
Precisely, yeah. It smells like citrus fruit.
Nice.
This is what I mean by we have a great imagination. So it's actually, limonene is used as a dieting aid. and helps with appetite suppression. And it also helps in aiding the body's immune system. So limonene is especially important because we think it has a potential to help in the treatment of certain cancers.
So that's why I like lemon juices then, because I'm a fat bastard and I need to lose weight.
I wish it were like that. That would be great. I'm just like, I was reading this earlier, I was like, shit, I need to eat more lemon.
Aye, more of your lemon drizzle cake, that'll
Thank you, Tetley.
Thank you, Tetley.
There's loads and loads. There's some that help stopping seizures. There's some that, you know, produce more cell replication. Yeah, there's loads. They all do slightly different thing, but when obviously mixed with cannabinoids, which are the thing that produces the effect, they help quite well. So this is why it's really, really important to find a CBD that works well for you, because some people will use shit tons of terpene and shit tons of cannabinoids, and then it just produces one mass effect. But if you really want to specifically target something, it's best to use a specific cannabinoid and a specific terpene that work well together to produce the effect that you're after.
Okay, so this now makes sense as to why a lot of the CBD vape companies have your CBD vape for like sexual things, they have it for your pain, they have it for, do you know what I mean, all these different things that they cover. This is what they're doing, they're targeting all these specific areas and conditions.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle.
Chris,
so it's trying to find.
Chris says he needs some kebabinine after the show.
So it's like we call it a chemical puzzle. Yeah. It's trying to find which cannabinoid works with which terpene to produce the effect that you want, because there's thousands of combinations, millions of combinations. There's a hell of a lot of terpenes. I'm not quite specifically sure how many. We probably haven't even discovered them all yet.
Yeah.
And obviously 66 cannabinoids, and they can all be arranged in so many hundreds of thousands of combinations.
Yeah.
So it's just
it's infinite, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's basically infinite. And that's why I say terpenes are really, really amazing and really interesting, because when we work with these individually with different cannabinoids, we can potentially find cures or at least treatments for diseases that we never even knew could have, a treatment for. So yeah, that is my CBD.
Yeah, see, I use mine for pain and for sleep. I've got to say the pain one works. It works for the pain for me, but not the sleep. I'm still a total insomniac. It's
probably because you haven't found the right combination just yet.
This is probably what it is. Do you know what I mean? What you're saying.
Hey, Ronnie.
But it does. I mean, I have more than halved the actual pain medication that I take by using CBD. It has made a massive difference for me.
Yeah, it really will as well. But like I say, you've just got to find that right liquid that will work for what you want it to. Yeah. And this is why it frustrates me when people obviously come to Empire and the shop and say, oh, that CBD didn't work for me, it just doesn't work. It's not like that.
It's error, isn't it? Because it's like anything. It's like alcohol. Or 20 of us could line up and drink the same drink, and it'll affect every single one of us differently. It's like that. Do you know what I mean? With CBD, it's like that with anything. It's going to have a different effect on you.
Yeah, it's the same with flavoured e-liquids as well. Because, you could get a group of people falling all over themselves for, say, Vampire Vapes Heisenberg, and the other half of the room could be like, no, that's fucking shite. No, it's not shite. You don't like it. There's a difference. It's the same with the CBD, because it may not have worked for you, but it might just be that particular one that didn't work for you. There are so many different CBD brands, so many different recipes, different types.
Yeah.
So it's all a case of trial and error. You'll go through a lot of shite before you find the one that will be perfectly suited for you.
Yeah, absolutely, Obi, absolutely.
And that's why it's difficult, but you can do your research. You can Google what combination of cannabinoids and terpene will work best for the effect that you want, and then you can have a look, because most companies now will publish what cannabinoids and what terpenes are in their liquids, if any with terpenes, to be fair, because quite a few don't have terpenes. But you can find lists of them, and obviously have a look for the combination that you're looking for. Even if there's other stuff in there, it's worth a try, because as long as it's sort of got those two like marriageable components that you really, really are after,
So
it'll
really
work
what
for
you're
you.
saying is, if this is something that you're going to look at, then it's worth doing a wee bit of homework, a wee bit of research about, to make sure you're getting the right one for you.
Yeah.
See, she makes everything so simple, doesn't she? She makes it all so understandable.
And if you're really, really unsure, just go for a full spectrum. You know, if you are really that unsure.
Yeah. I mean, I go for the full spectrum because I know it works for me.
Yeah, precisely.
So, because I've tried many, you know, quite a few out there that didn't. So I know that works for me, and that's what I use.
Yeah, I just want to actually bring light where I've put my phone. There was a comment on the post that I put about doing this talk in the group. Hang on. He posted it publicly, so I don't think he'll mind me saying his name. But yeah. Paul said, be interested to see if you point out that cannabinoids work best with all of them present, and their effectiveness really only works to expectations if THC is present, at least in a significantly measurable amount. That's true and that's false. THC alone just gives you a high. It doesn't really affect its pharmacological properties of cannabinoids in general. So full spectrum is better than isolate in terms of being able to pack a punch. But the removal of THC, I don't believe has any effect on its properties in terms of its effect.
Right. THC is not really important when it comes to CBD. THC is only for the people that want to get that high that they get from smoking weed, which is probably why there's been an upsurge of people using the THC cartomizers in the States, because it's a cheaper alternative to going and actually buying weed.
Yeah. So that was another thing I wanted to touch on. There has actually never, and I mean never, you can check all the medical records in the whole entire world if you were really that desperate, but there has never, ever been anyone that has died from a cannabis overdose. Ever.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I knew that. My son tells me that regularly.
It's true. Never. Funnily enough, one of my second year essays was comparing the toxicity of cannabis and alcohol. And you'd be very, very surprised at some of the things I've found. Well, actually, you probably wouldn't. Yeah. But alcohol is deadly and it's legal. Mm-hmm. Cannabis is not, and it's illegal.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It all comes back to that again, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's purely for its medicinal qualities. That's why it's been illegal for all these years, because the pharmaceutical companies that make their synthetic drugs are losing shit tons of money. That's what it all comes back to. Follow the dollar.
But it's even the way it works on the body. So when alcohol is metabolized, it creates a group of molecules called ketone, and they're really bad. Like really, really bad.
Well, you just have to look at what sustained alcohol use does to the liver.
Well, yeah, it's these ketone molecules that are responsible for liver cirrhosis. Mm-hmm. They're really, really bad. But cannabis has none of that sort of effect.
Liz wants to know how you know what strength to get.
It literally depends on how much of effect you want it to have. So lower strengths will probably chill you out at most. But if you want to be fully knocked out of a night and get a good night's sleep, then you need stronger stuff. It's honestly that simple.
I think for me, I started on quite low strength. Mine was like 500 I started on. And then I gradually worked my way up until I found one that suited me. Because I tried one that was 3,500 milligrams. Oh my God, I was like, no, I can't do this. Do you know what I mean? So I dropped it back down. So trial and error, I think.
Yeah, I tend to recommend to people to buy maybe like a 10ml bottle of a mid-range strength, and then obviously determine whether you feel like that's good for you or whether you need slightly more or slightly less.
Yeah.
Mid-range as a start is the best way to go.
I have a range. I have 1,000 milligram and I have 2,500 milligram stuff, and depending on where I'm at that day is what I use.
Yeah, and like you say, you know, it's different day to day. Some days you might be in absolute agony and you think, shit, I need like 2,500 milligram. And other days you'd be like, oh, today is not too much of a bad day. I just want to settle off into sleep quite nicely. Oh, I'll go for 800.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's very much.
So I take it would pay then to have a few different strengths. You know, if you're going to be a regular CBD user, it would pay you to have a few different strength kits available, rather than just getting the one and sticking to the one. Have a few.
Obviously, CBD is expensive though.
Yeah.
So I sort of, that's why I say go for mid-range. You know, don't spend double your money on a stronger strength if you don't need it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's scandalously
It is expensive, but looking at it,
expensive.
Yeah, but looking at it from a medical point of view, right? Because you all know that I don't keep very well. And at one point I was on 46 tablets a day. And you know, that way when you take a tablet and you get a side effect from that tablet, so you go to the doctors and they give you another tablet to counteract that side effect, and then before you know it, you're up here. So for me, the money is worth it because I'm putting less synthetic chemicals into my body, because I have to take these things every day. So by using CBD, it's more natural. So that way, as Em said, a lot of these the body produces itself. I'm not putting more and more synthetic chemicals, which in turn will then have an effect on my liver and my kidneys and all these sorts of things into your body. So yeah, it is expensive, but it basically comes down to, you know, how much is your health worth?
I mean, that's the kind of nice thing as well, because obviously a lot of this medication, a lot of these tablets are synthetically made. You know, they're not extracted from plants typically. Whereas obviously CBD, especially, well, full spectrum's barely been touched. All they've really done is isolate all the cannabinoids and reduce the THC levels if need be. You know, they're naturally produced. There's nothing in there that's really been manufactured in a lab.
Liz, I'll send you a bottle of 1,000 milligram stuff, darling. You can try that and see where you're at from that. Save you buying anything. Okay.
And I do also advise people not to buy it from somewhere like Holland and Barrett.
No, it's pish.
No, I wouldn't touch theirs.
It's really pish, guys.
Wouldn't touch theirs.
Yeah, you know, they advertise 1,000 milligram, but it's also 1,000 milligram in the entire 100 ml bottle.
It's pish.
So
does nothing. Waste of money.
Yeah.
Yes. But for those that are watching that haven't tried this and that haven't done any, oh, shut up, woman. Just do as you're told. Right, so, do you know what I mean? For people who haven't tried this and that are maybe dealing with medical problems, or they're wanting to look at this for something like insomnia or, you know, pain or whatever, it's definitely worth trying, guys. Do you know what I mean? Yes, it can be expensive. And it's something that you've got to weigh up for yourself and decide, you know, is the cost worth it? But I personally, I've used CBD for quite a number of years now, I personally would recommend it highly.
I would as well, and the only reason I don't use it is because it is just way too expensive for me. You know, I just simply cannot afford to buy it right now. Otherwise, I would be using it a lot more often. Because when I did use it, I had a very good friend that has a vape shop over here. A mate of his actually made his own, and I have to say it worked a treat for me, but it is just way out of my price range. I just cannot justify the expense of it. So
actually, yeah, that's another good point, Chris. Do not sub-ohm CBD either.
No.
Use it in a mouth alone.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of dripping it.
Yeah.
think we will have at one point, but
I had.
no, the
I
only
kept
reason I
my
don't use it.
T18. I kept my T18 specially for it, and it worked a treat. It was absolutely fantastic.
I normally, well, I don't really use CBD because I don't really have a need for it. That's pretty much the only reason. You know, I don't suffer from anxiety. I mean, my sleep's not great, but it's sleep, and I don't have any form of chronic pain or any reason I feel necessary to use it. So
I'll send you this, Liz, right? That's 1,000 milligram stuff. I'll send that down for you, Dan. Just to try it, do you know what I mean? Try it and see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then you'll know somewhere.
Yeah.
Alice, she uses hers in her Enovap.
The Enovap's slightly different. I'm talking, you know, don't fucking vape it at 80 watts.
Yeah, don't throw it onto your top side and use it in a dead rabbit.
I use mine in a pod or a mouth to lung. That's the best way that I've found.
Yeah, with obviously direct to lung, it absorbs very, very, very quickly into the bloodstream, and I mean very quickly.
Yeah.
Obviously, the lining of your lungs is quite thin, so a lot of it is absorbed directly and very quickly, and it can cause not so much an overdose. I'll call it an overload in this situation, where you get a rush. Basically, it can be a bit much for some people.
It's like anything else, isn't it? It's like when we stopped smoking and started vaping. You do your homework.
Yeah.
You find out what it is that you're actually putting into your body. But it's definitely worth trying.
It's the only way I can sort of describe it is, you know, if you have a double vodka and some lemonade, you won't get as smashed as if you had a double shot on its own. You know, similar in that respect.
Alice, pissing myself laughing. I'm doing it all wrong. I did excel on it.
The Enovap's slightly different though, because it's low power, low wattage anyway. It's not gonna vaporize as much as quickly, so I wouldn't worry too much. If it works for you, it works for you. You know.
Well, that's it.
If you want to fucking direct to lung CBD 80 watts, I'm not gonna stop you. If it works, it works.
Yeah, that's it. Right,
Well,
I'll be back in 2 seconds, girls.
What about some of this really low mixture of CBD, you know, like the 50 milligrams? Would that be a good one to sub on?
Yeah, you know, if you want to do it, go ahead. Like I say, I'm not going to stop anyone, but some people have had adverse effects from direct to lung in high power, high strength. But you know, I'm not going to tell people what they can and can't do.
Because I know some of the cheaper brands are coming out with their own CBD range, but it's like 50 milligrams per 10 ml bottle or less.
Oh, that's slightly different. You might as well just add a fucking drop of CBD into a 100 ml bottle of e-liquid with that. Because you can obviously get the really, really high concentrated CBD liquids that you add to your own liquids. That's slightly different.
Said really? Fuckers! Oh dear.
CBD should creep in with an effect so Bowman can come running up to you and smash you in the face.
Cheers, Cindy! I have to admit, this is kind of growing on me.
I love this song. I've always loved this song. Oh, Jesus.
Really, Obi? Really? You and me are gonna fall out. Fucking
There
baby
you go.
shark. Bastard
EVC
things everywhere.
CBD may be a thing, as well as Nick salts.
Really?
Exclusives.
Ooh. Ooh. That I will
But
definitely
yeah, there
keep
are
an eye on.
companies that there are companies that make all sorts, you know, tea bag infusions, sweets. I know, obviously, Peng make, like, you know, the strawberry cable, like, licorice sweets.
Yeah.
They make those. They make cola cubes, all infused with CBD.
What you say to me, you little shit?
But yeah, just, you know, I know I do realize it's expensive, but it's trying to find something that works, right? And obviously, if you're in that much pain, the money isn't so much a factor.
Yeah, there's gummy bears as well. They're quite a popular thing.
Edibles are quite good. Unless it's your son giving you something. In bed for 4 days.
Yeah, hashtag special chocolate, Gail.
Yeah. That was an experience. Yeah. I remember you doing that, Mike. Tell me why.
But yeah. Anyway, that's me done.
Thank you, darling. That was
Had enough
absolutely
of it.
awesome. It made things so much clearer as well for a lot of people. I'm sure it did for everybody else. Is there any questions that anybody's got in chat that they would like to ask?
Please, God, no.
Right, so I wanted to ask you about flavourings.
Okay.
Right? Because obviously we all know that the vaping is 95% safer, and that 5% was left because they don't know about how inhaling these flavourings is going to be different to digesting them.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know of anything else or any more studies that have been done regarding that?
Not really, because there's that many flavorings. It's really, really hard to do. I mean, there's millions and millions out there. There's no way in hell you're going to be able to test them all. I know as a general rule, science is not nearly funded enough as it should be, especially when it comes to things like flavorings. I mean, you've got cancer, you've got all these genetic diseases that are taking priority. But I do know that flavoring digestion is different to flavoring inhalation, because you've got the heat aspect. Obviously, it's when you're baking a cake, it's a bit different, because obviously your digestive system has acid and enzymes in there that will break up the flavorings into something that's manageable for the body. Whereas with the lungs, it's direct to the bloodstream. There's no barrier there. And obviously, when you're heating them, the flavorings in liquids, you can change them whilst you're heating them. So obviously, a lot of experiments we do in the lab, we have to apply heat to provide the energy for a chemical reaction to happen. And obviously, with a vape device, you're providing that heat for the chemical reaction to happen. So you're changing the structure of these flavors before they're even in your body, and we don't know what these changes are and what effect they'll have. That's why we say 95% rather than 100%, purely because we can't determine that these flavorings in some respect aren't toxic.
No, absolutely. I mean, we've all been vaping for years, haven't we? I mean, I know that I don't think that the flavours have any massively negative impact.
And it's likely not.
Because, I mean, you'll know that I've got COPD and severe asthma, do you know that way? And I've been vaping three and a bit years now, 3.5 years. So I've not had to use my inhaler. Maybe twice in the last 3 years I've had to use an inhaler. I've not had an asthma attack. My COPD hasn't get any better, but it's not getting any worse. But I can do things that I couldn't do before I started vaping. What my personal query is that are there certain flavours that will have a different impact than others? So, for example, like we all know that some of the flavours we put in tanks, like cinnamons and menthols, or lemon, citrus flavours, or things like that, they can affect, your tanks or your acrylics or things like that differently than others. What I find intriguing is that going to be the same with us inhaling them?
Yes.
And it would be good if they could do a study on that.
Again, it's dependent on the flavour. And even, you know, you could have 100 strawberry flavors and each of them have a slightly different chemical structure. It's how the heat affects that structure that will determine what effect it has. So we know typically that menthols, like menthol cigarettes, are less safe than normal cigarettes.
Yeah.
Purely because of the way the menthol flavor is heated and what it breaks down into.
Yeah.
So it's the same with all flavors. It literally depends on the specific single flavor, the chemical structure, and what happens when you heat it. But yes, each flavor will have a slightly different effect and react slightly differently to heat.
I know I'm generalising because it's a massive minefield, you know,
Yeah.
that I'm talking about, but it would be nice even if they could narrow it down to maybe some of the most commonly used flavours and do a study on that.
But again, you know, like I say, even you just think, oh, I'm going to do strawberry. How many known strawberry flavours do you know in liquids?
I know, that's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
I just find it quite intriguing. I mean, it's not going to stop me vaping.
And, you know, just apart from, you know, white label stuff, you'll probably find that 1,000 different companies each use a different grape. There's no most common flavour, and, you know, it doesn't work like that because you'll find that each of them buy their flavour from a different company. So, you know, it's like it's basically impossible.
I get what you're saying. No, I do. I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. I just think knowledge is power. Do you know that way? And you know, the more knowledge that we have, the more we can educate ourselves, and the more we can fight our corner.
Yeah, no, I get that, but that's why we put this 95 label on it.
Yeah, very interesting.
Well, we know it's not PGVG because a lot of them are used in inhalers and all sorts anyway. Cough medicines.
Isn't it intriguing, right? Because I've used inhalers my whole life, and I now have an intolerance to PG. I can't even vape pod salts now, and I know it's because of the PG in them. Anything that I vape that's got a higher level of PG, I feel sick. I get stomach cramps. I'm itchy. I get even more dehydrated.
Yeah.
You know, so I have to vape things now that are high VG, and try and avoid the PG altogether. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because I've used inhalers with PG my whole life and never had a reaction.
It could be the levels. It's like if you heard it's not so much a myth, but if you heard the more times you're stung by a wasp, the more likely you are to become allergic from the sting.
Yeah.
Similar thing.
Right. Okay.
Similar thing. Sometimes exposure can help. I know there are some really interesting studies at the moment on allergies. And there was this one guy that I know specifically was allergic to apples.
Right.
Can't remember why, but he was allergic to apples. And he slowly got over his allergy by exposing himself to apple every day in increasing amounts. Same way that a lot of snake trainers, well, say trainers, but a lot of snake keepers will inject themselves with tiny, tiny, tiny amounts of snake venom, so that if they do accidentally get bitten, they don't have as strong a reaction.
Like a vaccine type.
Yeah, it's almost like a self-vaccine. The opposite can also be true. Exposure can eventually lead to becoming allergic to something.
It's funny, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Bruce asking, what about naturally extracted flavours versus synthetic flavours? Is one better than the other?
Doesn't really make much of a difference, to be fair. Like, when have you ever lit a raspberry and inhaled it? You know,
True.
It doesn't really happen. You know, it doesn't make much of a difference. Synthetic flavors tend to be cheaper. Naturally extracted flavors are harder to purify. But other than that, we try and base our lab produced flavors on the same structure as the natural.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really make too much of a difference. They're all not really designed to be heated and inhaled.
Cool.
So, yeah.
There we go. Very informative. Thank you, Dan. I feel cleverer.
No problem.
Yeah, so what did you think of that, guys? Isn't she awesome?
Mm-hmm.
So, honey.
Oh.
Oh.
I can't see here.
Thank you, Alice.
That's one thing about Zoom, I can't.
You can't.
Many of the natural ones are harder on coils. Is that true?
When you think about like naturally extracted tobaccos, they tend to be a lot harder on the coils than
Yeah,
the
the synthetic ones would be.
But the thing is NETs are a lot better flavour wise than a lot of the synthetics.
Yeah. Well, me personally, I don't do tobacco vapes anyway, so
Yeah, no,
they're all
I
stinking.
haven't really looked at that, to be fair. I don't understand why it'd be harder on coils natural than synthetic, unless obviously the synthetic ones are structurally different. I don't know.
I think it's because you're getting a lot more out of the extract.
I had natural extract rather than a lab created one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still purified, unless there are other, unpurified components in there. I suppose because you'd probably have more than one set of molecule.
It's a whole thing, For example, Les Pickin, he gets a tobacco leaf, puts it into PG, lets it steep for a while to extract the flavour out.
Oh, that's why, because you haven't got a specific molecule there. You've got a whole mass of stuff. Whereas obviously in a lab, you create a single molecule that's purified and targeted. With natural, then I suppose you've got, all the natural sugars and other random molecules floating around in there. Whereas obviously lab created is a single thing. But yeah. Other than that, I can't really think that there'd be...
Vape and Irish is getting all gooey at the fact that you said molecule.
Oh, really? Why? Is that a thing?
I think he just likes how you pronounce it. I think he's got a bit of a thing for your accent.
Fair enough.
And, yeah, Bill, Gail will be fine.
Yeah, Mo, you are absolutely correct there. It's the same when it comes to diacetyl. It changes between being digested to being inhaled. Yeah, it does. That is completely correct.
I think
Diacetyl tastes fucking amazing, I have to say.
Another thing that a lot of people don't think about is whenever you're adding different flavours together, you let them steep, but that's creating a chemical reaction between those flavours as well.
Yep.
So, two different flavourings can create a completely different set of chemicals than what those ones are actually tested for.
Yeah.
And that is precisely why fresh liquid tastes completely different to the same liquid steeped. Exactly the same. And that's, funnily enough, also why when we try and speed the steeping process up, when we heat them, it's the same thing. You're applying the heat there to aid the chemical reaction to happen. And that's why heating your liquids makes them steep faster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Irish prefers it when you say molecule.
Really?
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back, my darling.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Don't be silly. No need to apologise.
Purple curly whirly.
Yeah, apparently Irish has got a thing for how I say molecule.
Oh, there you go. I was a chemistry student, and one of my teachers was hot as hell, and anytime she said molecule, she'd push her chest out. It gave me a bit of a Pavlovian reaction.
Okay, that wasn't disturbing at all.
I can't say that, Mo. You're not funny. I can't say it. They all like to try and get me to say that, but I can't. My mouth just won't get to that.
There's no problem any other time.
Fucking boom!
That's the way her husband.
Wow.
Fucking boom! Love it!
And I hope that was alright for you and cleared up some questions, queries, stuff you didn't know.
That's awesome, darling. Thank you very, very much.
You ever get that, like, where you drop your fucking pod system and you're too lazy to actually bend down to pick it up?
Yeah.
Regularly.
And
Currently trying to pick it up with my feet.
and Vape and Irish wants Gil to say molecule.
Ah, shit! I nearly had it then.
What?
He wants you to say molecule now. He's heard me say it. He's heard Em say it. He wants you to say it now.
Molecule. Molecule?
Oh yeah, success.
Yay!
Hey, Josh.
Hey,
How you
Josh.
doing? Mr. Fibble.
Mr. Fribble.
Is that your name? The scones are epic. Des is telling you, Kev.
People
See,
think
Kev, you need to get your ass through to one of the Glasgow meets, and then you'll get them. What is that?
It was the laughing witch, apparently.
people think that a sexy night on Valentine's night is what's needed. I just get Em to say the periodic table to me. Does it every time.
And yes,
There was a point where I memorized the whole periodic table. I am that sad. I don't remember it anymore.
and yes, Mr. Flibble, I completely got the Red Dwarf reference because I am a big Red Dwarf fan.
Oh, poor Kev's getting upset. I'm telling you, you need to come through to the Glasgow meet. Come through to the Glasgow meet and I will make you your own bag of scones. How's that?
Yep, you will have to get your own separate bag because if scones make an appearance, Jules just steals them all. So
Might make lemon drizzle again. What do you think?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Em's lemon drizzle's the best lemon drizzle I've ever tried. It was absolutely amazing.
Thanks. That's a good compliment coming from you there. I know how much you like lemon drizzle cake, so I'm on it.
I will even say this. I don't like flapjacks. But Em's made flapjacks, not May past, but last May, she made flapjacks and they were fucking amazing.
Yeah, but you know the best bit about it? She didn't bring them out until the last day.
Uh-huh.
And me and Bunny got to sit at the table and munch most of them. It was awesome.
They were the most amazing things ever.
I'm debating whether to make the Malteser millionaire shortbread that I made
Oh,
that time. I'm debating.
fuck off,
it.
Sid. But yeah, you've got it. I've seen
Chris
that video.
Chris literally said that at the same time as I suggested it. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Liz ate most of the lemon drizzle cake, so thank you, Liz.
She loved it. And she went away with some scones as well. She loved them.
Oh, it makes me feel really sad when there's stuff left over. I'm like, eat it! I made it!
If I'd have known that, I'd have taken the whole bloody thing. The scones are all mine, and so is the lemon drizzle cake. There you go.
It makes me sad.
I don't think so, Jules. I do not think so. I think you're
like-
going to have the most massive fight on your hands, especially for that lemon drizzle. Because
I'm
if Liz and Gail get in there, and hey, I'm a contender too, I'm a bit partial to lemon drizzle.
I feel really bad. Like if I've baked something and there's some left over, I'm just like, oh, was it shit?
We need to get Bunny to make her brownies. She makes awesome brownies.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I brought brownies over for everybody last year, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah,
Oh.
everybody got brownies.
Vic toddled off to his room rather sharpish with his box and
yes,
came back
he did.
down with chocolate crumbs around his cooking.
Oh no, I need to. I haven't made them in a while.
I think he had 3/4 of the stash of brownies eaten in the elevator on the way up.
Actually, Chris, I was debating making some meringues today. I was gonna make some meringue kisses or something.
Oh, over now you're total.
I could make a mean pavlova from scratch, make meringues and everything.
Not making that for Christmas this year. Make a passion fruit pavlova.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Sounds
But no,
good.
one of my main things that I love to make is they're a double chocolate cookie with hazelnuts in them, but there's no flour. It's all egg white, so it's like meringue in the middle,
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
and
good.
they're really good.
Every time Castle comes up, he's like, "You're going to make me some soft batch cookies." So that's my usual for him, and he's up.
Yeah, I have to actually. I was considering it. There's a recipe book coming out from all the past Great British Bake Off episodes, where it's got like the main favourites from the Bake Off. I'm tempted to buy it because some of those cakes are awesome.
They are awesome.
Yeah,
I've got to say, I've not watched any of the newer ones since they moved.
it's good. It is good.
Yeah, I like baking.
So do I. haven't done any in a while. I might do.
Because I am buying her it. Correct.
I wasn't going to ask you to, but I will now.
Busted.
Stocking filler, Chris. Stocking filler.
Yeah.
No, for Christmas. That's months away.
No patience for them, babe.
Nah. That's the one thing that really used to annoy me. It was just like, oh, Mum, I'm going to this gig. Can I have some money to buy a shirt? Yeah, that's fine. Put it away till Christmas though. Like, not you, bitch.
I used to do that to my kids as well.
No.
I'd show them it and then I'd take it back off them and wrap it, make sure it fit.
So
And
mean.
wrap it and like that.
So mean. So mean. On that note, Chris, takeaway time.
I know we need to eat something as well, babe. You want an omelette tonight?
Oh, talking about all these cakes and all this food, I'm just like, ugh.
I know I haven't eaten at all today. I need to actually eat something.
Me either.
So that's our time up. Just about.
Yeah, just
Nearly.
about.
Pizza Land member. Oh, that's right. You can get your 50% off Pizza Hut.
The reason he's saying member is because we watched the most recent South Park season.
Oh, right.
If you haven't seen it, it's the one with the member berries.
I don't watch it. It's brain rot.
Yeah, no, it's great. That's why he's saying member. The member berries. For those people in chat that watch South Park, that's
Irish Empire. Oh, that look was for you. I've just ordered a cookbook, but I don't need them. That's awesome. Right, so the rest of the night, Salford's on tonight. I saw him put his post out, so they're on. Salford and Bob and me are on 11.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't destroyed the bottle of gin. It's basically full.
You've done well.
Look at it.
Oh, there's
Yeah, there's still plenty there.
So we have that. We also have our wonderful Scuba, who's on at 1 AM our time for Scuba's Hangouts on YouTube, and then at 3 AM we have Vape Stew. So there's plenty on for the rest of the night, guys, to ease you into your weekend.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us. I will start with the goodbyes and hand it off. So thank you all for joining us. As always, you support us every week and we really, really appreciate it. Bunny M, I love you. That was absolutely awesome, darling. You've really made me feel clever. So thank you so much. I love you both. But as always, darling, couldn't do it without you behind the scenes. Thank you, honey. Remember, guys, BOE10 for 10% off on Empire's website. Just go and order all the things. And we have I'm a Bitch 15 for 15% off for Big Boy coils for Shane. So definitely get some, guys, because they're awesome coils. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, so next week we have Vape Detective.
Yes.
So you can all do your homework for next week.
Mm-hmm. But we won't have our beautiful science test next week because she's at a wedding.
Sorry. It does mean I have to wear a dress though, and I'm fucking dreading it.
That's alright, get a bunny bra, you'll be sorted.
Aye. Laughing.
Fucking hate dresses.
I know. I'm the same. So yeah, so thank you so much everybody. We love you all. I'm going to pass it off to M.
Thank you. I hope the whole repeating cannabinoid didn't put you guys off. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was easy to understand. I know it was quite heavy on the whole chemical name thing. But unfortunately, there's not really much getting around that. I did my best to get rid of all that horrible science words that even I had to Google. So, yeah. But yes, lovely to see you all again. Obviously, just to reiterate what Gail said there, BOE 10, I'm a bitch 15, buy your coils, buy your shit, buy your CBD. And I won't see you next week, unfortunately, because I'll be forcing myself into a dress that doesn't fit. I've gotten so much fatter. Anyway, I shall see you a week on Friday.
Just more to love, darling. There's just more of you for us to love.
I like that. That makes me feel less dead inside. But yes, thank you again. Love you both. Love everyone in chat, and I shall see you soon.
Right, so I guess it's over to me then. So basically just to mirror what these two absolutely gorgeous foxes have just said, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for tuning in every week. Thank you for the bits, for the subscriptions, even for you fuckers that tormented me with Baby Shark. Thank you, it's all appreciated. To all our background bitches, we love you dearly and we couldn't do this shit without any of yous. same for you guys in chat. You're the reason why we show up here every week. And yes, Ems, thank you very much for all the hard work you put in doing all that research for us this evening. I know I learned a hell of a fucking lot. Jesus, Sid, I am gonna drop kick you right in the balls. But moving on. As Gail said, don't forget, Salford's on at 11, Scuba's on at 1, and the Vape Stew guys are on at 3, all on their respective YouTube channels. I will be back with Darren and Steve Dave on Monday night for Islands right here on Twitch. So we'll see you all then, and don't forget, use your discount codes. Oh, and while we're on the subject, us bitches have a merch store as well, so don't forget to check in there and buy some bitches merch, guys. We want to see you wearing it all at Expo, so yes, get shopping.
And remember, Home Run's on this Sunday with my
yes, Home Run. Yes, and then we have the Savs boys as well. We can't forget our beautiful Savs boys. So, but yeah.
Thank you guys, and we shall see you all next Friday. Look after yourselves. Have a fantastic week. We love you all.
Adios. Bye.